here we are, final night, final film. So this film, at Cannes Film Festival, you probably know, won the Palme d'Or, which means it's the greatest film on the planet. I believe that's what that means. So really, we knew this film was coming. We're huge fans of this director. I think he embodies a lot of the spirit that is Fantastic Fest, and it was already written. This was going to be this film. This was going to be this night. So we wrote sternly worded letters saying, let's just talk about the release date for this film, because it surely has to be after September 29th, right? Because that's a really bad idea to release it before then. And then made a strong play to make this happen. And I'm so excited. And I really hope that you guys pick up your role, I think, in all of this as ambassadors for this film. We're still in a weird time. Top Gun made a ton of money, right? I think. I don't know. Well, a lot of people seem to like that thing, even though it was pretty much a lot like the first one. This is what I live for. This is like amazing voices telling you stories you have not seen before or heard before. And I think it's our responsibility as part of this community to pay it forward and to tell your friends. Stand around a water cooler and make awkward conversations about Triangle of Sadness. I don't know if you use social media, which you shouldn't, because it's really a scourge on society and it's a bad idea. Don't let your kids use it. But if you happen to, then just please post away. And let's make this film together a success. That's our mission. Unless you don't like it, and then just be as quiet as a mouse. There's barf bags on the table. I don't know why. There's absolutely nothing disgusting about this movie. It must have been some sort of clerical error. I'm not sure. Your duty. This is my notes. Your duty, barf bag, party. I got it. All right. Let's watch a movie. Oh, and stick around. We have a little surprise treat. So stay in your seat. There might be something happening afterwards. There might be somebody I want you to meet. All right. Let's watch greatest movie of the year. I would like to present my captain, the defender of the common man. Some call her Abigail. I call her Donna De Leon. I'm really glad that chair didn't break. I guess I'm gonna pull this other microphone here. Oh, that was such a joy.
Hi,
welcome to Austin,
everyone.
Texas.
I love you too.
Your character is so fabulous. I'm so honored to have you here to close out this festival. And I'm so happy that Ruben chose you and found you. So you're an accomplished stage actor in the Philippines. You've done Shakespeare. You've done modern plays. What was it that Ruben saw, and how did he contact you? How did that all go down?
They held auditions in Manila. They called out a lot of Filipina actresses, and we went there. I think it was a 2 or 3 day audition process, and I auditioned for the part. And they made us do the 3 scenes that you just watched, the distribution of the octopus. That's one. And then the other one was when they forgot to watch the fire and they stole the food, the pretzel sticks. And the third was the scene with Carl inside the boat. And I think that's why he chose me. Well, he said that because he didn't come to the Philippines, it was the casting director, Joanna, who came to the Philippines. And she was my scene partner in the audition. And because she did it so well, she did the audition with me so well to support me, that according to Ruben, it looked so realistic, the way I was so attracted to her. So that's why.
Right. So the director is notoriously very precise and has a process. How was it working with him? What's it like? How many takes did he require for each scene? What was the filming process like?
Wow, it's really unforgettable. It's one of the best experiences of my life. But it was also really very difficult. Ruben is kind of like a slave driver. He would make us do up to 80, 90 takes in a day. Yeah, we would film 1 or 2 sequences a day. So that would take up an entire day, just one sequence, filming 70 or 80 times. So it was really tiring. But it was also very rewarding because it gave us a lot of opportunities to discover things, to improvise, to experiment, to have fun. So it was a double-edged sword.
So this is a question I actually don't know what it means, but you met with Laird earlier today, and he said, "Can you maybe ask Sally about Ruben's gong?" I don't know what that means, but maybe you can fill us in.
Okay, so Ruben has this, he brings this gong to set. It's a huge gong, and it's a real gong, it's gold. And he bangs the gong when it's the last take. So it's like, yeah, he's really crazy. It's a good motivation for us because it's when we hear the gongs, okay, well, I'm gonna play the gong, he says that. And then when he hits it, that really encourages us all because we know that the day is finally over and we're done. So that signifies like the very last take of the day. But sometimes he makes us do it one more time after the gong.
So, my wife came tonight, and I said, please don't watch the trailer. I want you to, she's right there. You'll meet her at the party. Please don't watch the trailer, because I saw this movie, I went in totally blind, I didn't know anything, and you don't realize until the third act that you are actually, in my opinion, the star of the film. And
Tim, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Well, but it's such an incredible cast. And you're sort of the tip of the triangle of sadness. We've got Yaya and Carl there as well. And I know there was the tragedy with Charlie Dean passing away. Maybe if you could talk about your relationship with her and working with her on this film.
Shelby was really special. She was like my anchor on set because she was, if you see her Instagram, she's a model, and she kind of exudes this image that she's so, aloof or unapproachable, but she's the exact opposite. She's very sweet. She's very down to earth, and she was very supportive of me the whole time I was there. So we were like helping each other just survive that because we were there for a long time away from our family. So she was really special to me, and she's also a very brilliant actress, as you saw earlier. So yeah, it really feels strange that she isn't here with me tonight.
And we had barbecue last night, and
yes.
Over barbecue, you said when you read the script, it was an incredibly sad story, but then when you're filming the movie, it's a very funny movie.
Yeah.
Can you talk about sort of the, how that transpires, how the physicalness and the patience that bring out the comedy, how it transforms from sad to comedy?
Actually, I think that the only reason why the comedy came out is because we were just taking it so seriously. Because I think that's what great comedy is, when you're really believing in what you're doing and you're fighting for something that's so impossible to achieve, and that's why it becomes funny. And we weren't really playing for laughs, so I think that's why the comedy worked. But yeah, when I was reading it, it felt like a really sad story because it was a series of unfortunate events. From the beginning, they fight about the bill, and then they all of them vomit on the yacht. And then they get stuck on an island, and then there's this cleaning lady who doesn't want to share the food. She just wants to she wants to get as much of the food as she can for herself. So it seemed like a really sad story to me. But watching it, yeah, it makes sense that it is funny because I guess maybe I was just taking myself too seriously because it's a Ruben Östlund film, and it was a big deal to me to get the part. So when I was reading it, it's really I was really very intense about it.
So, have you ever been on a cruise? Would you go on a cruise if asked?
I'd never ever go on a cruise. Never. But not because of what happened in the film. Because, I've heard a lot of news about cruise ships that it's the best place to commit a crime because if you can just throw someone overboard, no one will ever know. So no, I don't want to risk it.
Okay. It's a pretty hard-hitting question. Do you like pretzels? And how many pretzels did you have to eat?
the good thing is I didn't have to eat any pretzels.
Okay.
So it was just Shelby who was eating the pretzels, so I only had to eat the octopus. No, I don't really like pretzels. I find them very dry. So I don't like them at all. So, no.
Okay, so you don't have to answer this question, and I would assume that that Ruben doesn't answer this question either. But maybe just since you don't have, I'm theorizing that you don't know the answer to this question, but in your mind and in Abigail's mind, how does Abigail live out the rest of her life?
I like how you phrased that. It's very tricky, Tim. You're trapping me. You're trapping me there. Before I answer that, can I ask them?
Yeah.
How many of you think she does it? Raise your hand. How many of you think she doesn't do it? Raise your hand. Wow, I've lost my faith in humanity.
Oh no!
You know what? It depends on the day. If I'm in a good place, if I'm feeling positive, she goes back to her old life, working in another yacht. On a bad day, I'm thinking, she's still the queen on the island.
I kind of like
What
it.
do you
I
think?
know it's not right, but I kind of like you as queen of the island. I just live out the rest of your days, Carl, in the submarine. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's not a submarine, it's a boat. Anyway, guys, it's getting long in the day, and we've had a wonderful week, and I myself am ready to have some hugs and some beers and have a party. What do you guys think? Shall we roll to the party? But one more magnificent round of applause for Dolly De Leon, the star of Triangle of Sadness. Comes out on October 6th. Tell your friends it's the most amazing movie of the year, and this is the best supporting actress of the year. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see how it plays.